if you guys are new here, my name is Regressive Gamer, or you may call me Scarlet. If you're returning, though, welcome back, as I just said. If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, then you already know, hi, this is Plagueinc, and for those of you guys who for some reason clicked on this video, and this is the first one that you're watching, I do have a playlist. If you guys want to start back from the beginning of episode 1, I will have that linked right up here in this corner right here. But if you want to continue watching this episode, that is perfectly fine. I will give you a brief refresher. In this game, we are playing as a little plague of sorts, and these plagues range from something as simple as a bacteria, such as this, to something as drastic as a shadow plague, or as what I like to call a vampire plague. But the range goes very wide, very quickly, and our goal is to infect and eradicate humanity with it. Last week, we were on our friend the Nerex room right here, and this week, we're moving on to the parasites. And with that being said, and explanations out of the way, let's begin into our new friend. Alright. As everybody is aware of from previous games, we're not wanting to mess with this. Those will be a later episode. We're just focused on what this thing can do at its base level. So let's continue. And we will start on casual mode and work our way up to normal. And that will probably be it for the episode. So let's name our little friend here with the random name generator. Major Board. Every single time, these things always make me laugh. Wilted Stroke. Blackola. Ooh, I actually like that one. Let's put that on the back burner for now. Nah, that's too wordy. Epidemic. Epidemic. Yeah, no, that to me that's just way too wordy. Hyper dark. Vocal aching. Info assassin. Chemosuri. Cryobane. Elmax. Nah. No. Traumatic plasma. Traumatic plasma. Okay. You know what? Somehow I think this took the cake. Let's just stick with traumatic plasma. It's traumatic plasma. Okay. Alright. Welcome to Plagueinc. You are a new parasite. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. So, again, this is not really new information for us. This is something that we've known about since episode 1. And then, of course, we have to choose a starting location. So, let's see. If I remember correctly, we were bouncing between Spain and Greenland. And then I think we did Iceland just for the fun of it. Maybe, I think we also went to the UK. I know we did the US at one point. I don't, like I said last time, for those of you guys that watched the last week's episode and the audio was kind of cutting out, hopefully it's not doing that right now. But what I was basically saying was I was bouncing a lot back and forth between Greenland and Spain, essentially, because we liked Greenland because the amount of time it took for people to realize what was going on. But we also like Spain and other countries like Spain because if you look right here, it has an airport and it also has a boating area as well. And what those two things do is it gives our plague more accessibility and easier ways of traveling, or more ways of traveling than just staying on the continent or leaving the continent. So Greenland over here, you have just the boating port right here, and that gives it one way of travel via the water. But if you look at Iceland over here, they also have a boating port and an airport, which again gives it more ways to travel, letting the plague spread easier and more quickly. So with that being said, we've kind of been now that I think about it, we've kind of been focusing up here. I'm on Indonesia right now, but it looks like it also has an airport and a boating port. So let's go ahead and start all the way over here and see what happens. Alright. Traumatic plasma begins in Indonesia. Traumatic plasma has infected its first human. It's weak, but it's used to hot temperatures and must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. Okay, so we're gonna pause right here because this is gonna tell us more about our plague. As I just read, it is used to hot temperatures, so if we go into the plague menu here, we'll have to head in here anyway. If everybody remembers, we have our abilities, and one of them is being heat resistant. So it already has this built into its system at the moment. So we're not too concerned about this right now. Might be more concerned about it in the future, but not at the moment. If we need to upgrade anything, it's going to be our cold and it's going to be our drug resistances. Those are what we're going to want to focus on when we start getting more DNA points, which is down here in the... But, as of right now, these will come in handy later, and then symptoms will also come in handy as well. Now, if anybody remembers, the game has been flipping back and forth between making us pay to de-evolve things and giving us DNA points to evolve things, so it's kind of a gamble at the moment which one it's going to make us do, so that's going to be a find out later type of thing. But with all that being said, let's get into this. So we have our first DNA bubble. Oh, okay, so for the parasite disease type, so traumatic plasma is a parasite. Parasitic lifestyle prevents the player getting DNA points by infecting people. Oh, DNA bubbles are the best way to get points. So the parasitic lifestyle prevents the player getting DNA points by infecting people. That's new. Normally when we infect people, it gets us DNA points by infecting them. Interesting. Alright, so let's bump up the speed a little bit. Mass panic over printed robotic chaser. Okay. Alright, so we're beginning to spread. And of course, we do need to continue to pop these orange DNA bubbles along with the rest of the red ones that I just popped at the beginning, because those will help us get DNA points down here. Just like that. Yep, and we can also... We have some DNA points, and pop that real quick. So like I said, we have our DNA points. This isn't everything we're going to get throughout the game, because we still have to, well, affect the entire world, essentially. But, oh, and this is the parasite's special ability. If you guys remember from previous episodes, each plague had its own, like, special ability. The Neuro Brain Worm from last week's episode let us control planes. This one, becomes more in tune with hosts, making it less likely to be noticed. Okay, that's actually interesting. Parasite fuses with hosts, making it less likely to be noticed and more likely to be trained. That's interesting. Okay, because we're not really spreading as fast, I'm gonna keep it like that. Host brain, making it less likely to be noticed. Okay. That's interesting. I might have shot myself in the foot with that one, but let's see what happens. Yes, I know, I've spent DNA points and involved the plague. Alright. So, again, I would like to point out this is a game, but this is a friendly reminder that Plagueinc is a hyper-realistic model of the world. Plan your strategy and evolve your disease accordingly by spending DNA points. So, that is the goal of the game, but again, I have to remind everybody, this is a game. It's all a hypothetical game of what would happen. situation. Alright, so. Oh, and then this is letting us know about our country menu down here. So these are all the countries that have been infected in the red. Healthy countries are in blue. And then countries that have been infected by death are the blacklist right here. This is going to be a late game thing. And then, of course, we're still in the early stages of the game. So, like I said, this is going to be filled out pretty quickly. If we do this right, this will be a late game thing. And then we can't do this right now, but if we go click on a country real quick, so I'm going to pause this real quick. So let's click on our first country that we infected, Indonesia here. You guys don't remember from previous episodes, but for those people who are just now tuning in, and like this is the first episode they clicked on, or if you guys just want a refresher. So this is everything we need to know about the country that we're currently inhabiting, or countries that have been selected on to help us further infect the countries that we've been infecting. This is basically tells us what type of country it is, so like a rural country or a higher class country or a lower class country, etc. And then it also tells us the type of climate, and then down here in this paragraph is a little bit of a history lesson / information about the country that we have selected. But let's exit out here real quick and we will continue on our journey. Alright. Okay, so we've infected hundreds and we're still continuing to spread. It's so last week the neuro brainworm was pretty slow to spread. This seems to be. Oh, cool. Okay, so we just spread to Australia right there. You guys saw that. So these red lines right here, I'm not sure if I ever pointed these out. Maybe I did in the first episode, but a little refresher again. These planes, when they're infected, they'll come out red from the airport, and then they create these little lines that show you where they went from and then to. So that is interesting. Something similar happens with a boat. So if I see a boat coming through, I will pause this and show you guys that as well. Again, this is all just for a little refresher, or if for some reason this is the first episode that you clicked on and decided to stick around for. Oh, wait. Ah, no. Dang it. Oh, I just missed the boat. But here, you guys can see the trail that it led, or that it left behind. So this is where it left from. And then that dotted line right there. So we hit South Africa with that boat. Alright, so let's keep going. Getting more DNA points as we keep growing. Oh! Okay, so we're actually in Australia right now, and it was letting us know that drug resistance is definitely slowing it down. And probably so is the cold now that I think about it. Alright. And then symbiosis 3. Parasite infiltrates host brain, making it less likely to be noticed and more likely to be transmitted. As you guys know, I really like to try to stay as low as possible until late game, so let's go ahead and evolve that as well. Okay. Oh! Okay. So this actually is refunding us DNA points to go around. So that is awesome. That's great. So that means I actually can devolve symptoms until late game. That's not going to be the issue here. Perfect. Okay. So we will keep going. Ah, we're getting more DNA stuff. Yes, I know. It's infecting more countries. We're aware of this. That is the idea. Our ideas are to spread. All right. Oh, okay. So now it's really starting to take off. We're getting more planes, as you guys can see. Alright, we're gonna... No! They're popping up everywhere! No! Increased rainfall and... Oh, okay. So, if we go into that, increased rainfall in human countries, latest research shows that human countries are getting significantly flooded due to global warming. So if we go into our transmissions, we can also transmit by water, air, livestock, blood, insect, rodent, and birds. Or I usually call this one avian. But because it's telling us that areas are getting wetter due to global warming, we are going to want to do a water 1, which increases our infectivity in humid climates and ship transport. And that will help us spread a little bit faster. I haven't had to mess with water 2 a whole bunch, so like I said, we'll just leave water 1 for right now. And let's also go ahead and give us air 1 as well, and then that will help us out for later down the road. I am not wanting to mess with these quite yet. Like I said, I want to stay as low as possible, and I want to stay as quiet as possible until it's time to strike, essentially. So, late game. We are still, in my opinion, very much early game. Okay, so starting, and the rash symptom data. I spoke way too soon. Alright. Yes. Normally I would. Yes, I'm aware that the world map menu has useful data. Whoa. That is a lot of DNA bubbles that are coming up really quickly. Ah! But this is also normal when it starts to spread, especially in casual mode. It's definitely going to be running a little bit slower when it comes to mode, I feel like. At least definitely. Not just I feel like, it's definitely is going. Ah! I gotta pause this. Okay. There we go. But that is like a lot going on in a short amount of time. Okay. Festival of Love in New Zealand. New Zealand celebrates the Festival of Love. Fans praise the replacement for National Kissing Day. Critics question hygiene standards. Which, fair, okay. Not really sure if I'd want to be kissing everybody. Alright. Oh, whoa. Alright, there we go. But, like, do you guys see this? Do you guys see the amount of red that we have covered in such a short amount of time? Like, I'm only into, like, 17 minutes of recording, and we've gotten a pretty good chunk of the world already covered. Like, look at that. That's just South Africa. Holy cow. And even this is going up rapidly, like, the entire world right here. And so far, we've been able to remain pretty low. But yeah, I think we're pretty good so far for spreading and infecting. More infectious than the common cold. Lovely. We need to figure out how to get over to. This is usually the country that we can never get to, like, ever. Like, we learn how to wait for something to get over, and it's. Last week we were just able to send a plane over there, and it went. Pew. This week, no. Nope. Yeah, we're gonna involve that because, like, we're close to being there, but I don't really want to mess with the cure right now. UK votes for Brexit in referendum, whereas in UK vote to leave the EU. Remainers are concerned that this could really damage the UK, but leavers will be fine. Unclear when Brexit will actually happen. Okay, not necessarily a good thing. Okay, so did I already put the cold ability down? That's what I did, right? Yes, so we have cold ability already, cold 1. So that should. Yeah, it's still spreading in Canada, it's just it's very slow at the moment. And then we're still waiting on Greenland. Come on, Greenland. Get something over there. Please. Get a boat over there. Like, we're having healthy boats over there, but like no infected boats. Right. We are still collecting DNA points. No. Not quite ready for that yet. Yes. Now, is there anything else that can possibly figure stuff out? The answer is, oh cool. So this like gives us a bit of a history that happened. And this gives us a little bit of our statistics for our plague. So we started at March 10th, 2025. We started in Indonesia, we're parasites. This is casual. Used 83 DNA points. Wow. And it got us really far really quickly. And then you're infecting over 2.5 million people per day. And the average infection is a little over 10 million. That is insane. That is insane. Okay, so let's go back to this. Right, that we're gonna do. Holy cow! Hey, look, Greenland finally got it. All right, so that's gonna continue to spread over there. Look at how much Canada has been covered, and then like even Russia. That's insane. Every single episode, I'm always impressed by how fast these things spread. I will say that now, I will say that again. I will probably say that every single episode because I am just mind-boggled by how fastly that spreads. And I don't think we've been discovered quite yet. Yes, I understand we need to evolve to kill. We're not ready to kill yet, though. Not ready to kill yet. Stay with me now. We are not ready to kill yet because we are still trying to take over the world. Oh, no, we do not want to evolve that. Nope, not quite yet. Alright, we're trying to get this. Nope. Okay, we want that DNA point. Good symptoms. This is what we need to do. Alright. Ooh, and look how quickly like that just took over Greenland like that. That is wow. I have no words. It's insane. It really is just insane, all of that. Alright. Okay, so a lot of my falling points has been I guess we can let that go for now. We've pretty much gotten everywhere where we're gonna get. So I am waiting for this to tell me that we've hit every single healthy person on the planet. Mainly because in the past, every single time I jumped the gun on that one, I end up wiping myself out and shooting myself in the foot. And we do not want to do that. So that's the message we're waiting on. That is the message we're waiting on. So let's go ahead. We have, 213 DNA points. And we don't have any healthy people left. So let's go ahead. We have lungs. Okay. So coughing, chance of infection by spreading pathogen into surroundings, especially in high density urban areas. Right, and we're trying to go as lethal as possible. So the other thing we can do is immune suppression. Pathogens attached to lymphocytes, suppressing immune system and allowing significantly greater freedom of mutation can be lethal. And then right after that we have total organ failure, which this gives us a good chunk of lethality over here, along with an increase of severity. Alright. And then this pretty much does next to nothing, along with these. I think if we continue to go this way, it should no. I think we need to go this way in order to go. Yep, there we go. So that gives us a good chunk of lethality as well. This gives us a little bit of lethality, but not a lot. And then hypersensitivity increases likelihood of allergic reaction, which can distract the immune system. Rich regions particularly vulnerable. Okay. So that doesn't really do much either. Okay, so what is the nausea symptom? With lethality. Okay, so not a lot. But as there is no healthy people left, we are just gonna hop in and kill, essentially. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, and then that gives us 32 DNA points, so let's go ahead and come back here and just keep going like this. Alright, so scientists have exploited tumors. Someone is going to find this parasite now. Yep, new Meyer disease spreading. In a normal checkup, a doctor in Iraq found a new disease which has been named traumatic plasma. It appears to be mostly harmless, but must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting the disease. Fun. Alright, and we already have our first death in Sweden, which obviously we do not care at this point. We've already infected everybody. We're just gonna watch as the world slowly falls apart here. Sweating symptom is mutated. Okay. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so we actually need to go back in here, and we need to do that, and then also need to rearrange the data, so that way they can't really like study as well in a lab. Central Africa starts working on a cure. No. And it followed by breaking down. Okay. Okay, that was a very fast downfall. Very fast downfall. Started work on a cure and then just went right down that line. Alright, research doctors all around the world are completely focused on developing a cure for traumatic plasma. Yeah, good luck. You're done. Look at this. This is skyrocketing. This is skyrocketing. We've already collected like a good chunk of our DNA points back, so just for grins and giggles, doing that. That'll probably knock that down. Yep, by like 5%. But yeah, everybody's pretty much done at this point. We're already back into the millions, thousands. Traumatic plasma to a human. Traumatic plasma has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans know they are watching the end of history. Only have 14% with a cure. Victory! Huzzah! And that was on casual mode. So, yeah, fun. Okay, so it gives us a bit of an insight idea as to what needs to happen. I think that same strategy should work for the next one. So we'll pop back in here, and then I will come back, and then I will pause right here, and then I will come back when we are good to go. Okay, so we decided to start in New Zealand, kept the name Traumatic Plasma, and we're already infected our first human, so we're good to go. And all we did was we changed the difficulty from casual like we were playing last round, and now we're in full round. So again, we've kind of already seen all of this stuff before, so I'm not gonna go too much detail for this round. Well, first we're gonna amp this up a little bit because the regular mode just kind of goes way too slow for my liking. World mourns. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. World mourns Hama Bay death. All right. Oh. Hama Bay, the world's second most loved gorilla, has died from unknown people, not as upset. Oh, that's sad. That sucks. Alright, so we are popping more bubbles again to get DNA points. So we're at 18 DNA points right now, and we're still collecting DNA points. Okay, so now that we have 27 DNA points, let's go into here, and we already had these, so let's go ahead and evolve these now. And get 16 DNA point upgrade to 3. Let's keep going. Yes, we know, we have already evolved our leg friend. Alright. We are still on the rise. And again, still getting DNA points. Surprisingly. Okay. I say surprisingly because once a country is infected, we don't really see a bunch of DNA bubbles from them, so I'm a little bit shocked that it's repeated here at this point. Alright. We have enough to evolve it to, so that should make us pretty much unreadable for the most part. It should help us keep us on the down low, so that way we're not getting detected. How are you still giving me DNA bubbles, dude? Like, I am surprised. There's only like 10 infected. Medicine. Okay, that is our issue. So it's this. So because New Zealand is a more, how do they put it? World map. Let's go to the world map about New Zealand. So it's just, yeah, it's a rich urban country. So this means that it has wealth, it has medicines, help combat stuff like plagues. So we need to get this up by like 1 more DNA point. And then we can go on about spreading plague once again. Chromatic plasma. So that should help us out for right now. And then let's keep going. Yeah, so we're beginning to spread from person to person in New Zealand, and will grow exponentially. You can control the plague indirectly by evolving it. So that's referring to this thing right here. Alright. Oh, no, we don't want the anemia symptom thing right now. We're good. Want to stay on the download. That gives us 2 DNA points. Alright. So, we're still stuck in New Zealand. This is gonna take a little bit more time because of the way the difficulty settings are. When did I get a zoom bar? Was this there the last time? I just didn't notice it. Huge earthquake. Okay, whatever. The zoom bar aside, as cool as that is, and I don't remember that being there until just now. Billions of dollars of damage caused in Korea. WHO expects it will take years to repair the damage caused to thousands of businesses, homes, and okay, so that does not pertain to us. But that does. Kinda hit a bit of a slow streak as we're waiting for Zealand. Ah, no. Look at my monster having it. Jeez. So, yeah. Let's go back into the map to see if there is anything else. Not messing with the symptom. No symptom, not that. What is the climate in New Zealand? I am curious. Because if we can find that out, it has a typically balanced climate. So, not really not really. They need to upgrade all three of them. And that's, honestly, that's the downside of just starting in a more wealthier country. Because you do have to upgrade all three of these because wealthier countries have medicine on hand to combat against plagues. Meanwhile, if you start in a country that doesn't have that, but is to the climate, like last round when we started in Indonesia, it was used to the hot climate, but it wasn't a necessarily medically wealthier country. So it let us do that, and then we just had to focus on cold and the drug resistance. But because we started in a more wealthier country, we had to focus on all three. So that is why we were doing that, why we didn't do that last round. But let's move on. Hopefully by increasing those three, it'll help us start tumbling a little bit further down the infection. The infectious rabbit hole. I also haven't really seen a lot from it. Usually these things have like a headline going as well. Alright, New Zealand. Okay, so this is the Festival of Love thing. Again, not really pertaining to us. But we are still in a bit of a rough spot, so I will try to get a little bit further back. And I will come back when we kind of reached a little bit further into the game and we're not in this rut right here, essentially, of just not being able to do anything. But yeah, I will definitely be... Well, first let's evolve symptoms. Not symptoms. Quick, so let's do water and air. Then I will come back when we're able to like spread a little bit further. Okay, so we've definitely gotten a little bit farther at this point. We just hit the United States. We've also hit other countries like Saudi Arabia, the UK. Also hit New Guinea, Australia, and yeah, no, we've definitely diverged since. So, and we've kind of finally hit our. Gotten out of our. We do not want the anemia symptom. We do not want symptoms mutated at the moment. Thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, no, so we do not want symptoms mutating at the moment. Again, same reason. We're just trying to stay on the down low, and that's all that we really can do at the moment, at least until. Oh, okay. So those just kind of sprung up. But yeah, so our main focus is to just stay on the down low until we kind of hit that message again of, you know, we've infected everybody, there's no one left. Yes, we know that the world map contains use of that, we've been using it. Why are you on it? Okay, so default and urban population density. Research indicates that population density in urban environments has fallen, making them less vulnerable. Okay, so I believe I think they're. Okay, so that said urban, right? Right? Okay. Yes, urban. Okay. So livestock specifically focuses on control. Insects is susceptible to infection. Carrier insects increase infectivity in hot climates. Gang iron. Okay, so it's the rodent ones. This deals specifically with urban regions. That right there. Common fleas susceptible to infection. Increases infectivity, especially in urban regions. Mutation. That is what we want there. Birds become susceptible to infection. Avian carriers increase infectivity. Land transportation. Let's hold up on that one for right now. Needed the. Because of that news source. And that should help us spread a little bit quickly across areas. Holy cow, we're going. I was not expecting us to go this quickly. Oh, okay, we just passed over Canada. Got a lot more planes. Especially the TV. Yeah. Okay then. Cool. not what I was intending, but okay. And they're popping DNA bubbles. Like whack-a-mole, essentially, is what this feels like. Ah, okay, hold up, pause. Okay, everybody has been dealt with for right now. But holy cow, like, look at this spread. Seriously, like, that's still insane, in my opinion. That you're able to spread that quick. Saudi Arabia's completely taken over, as I think well. I almost not see you. But look at China, like, bro, that is going by very quickly. This is just normally it takes a while to load this one. Nope, no sis communication. Oh, thank you. Because again, we're wanting to wait for that message that everyone is. Whoa, stop. Okay, we only lost a few DNA points. We kind of did lose that one bubble, but yeah. Should be okay without it. Like, we already have 109 DNA points, but it does suck because, like, the final moments, every single DNA point counts as I lose another one. There we go. Like, every little bit of DNA points counts, so it kind of sucks for you, but it's not really the end of the world here. Alright, so we finally got to Greenland. Yay. And we're just going to continue to watch spread for the most part. No, don't take coughing symptom. We don't want you hitting quite yet. I'm gonna sit here, and then once we've kind of infected everybody, I will come back and we will let the killing process begin. So, over here on the bar, it did not give us the message that we didn't have any other people left. So I didn't even know we had gotten here quite yet, but I'm looking at it, we're here. So let's go ahead and hop into our symptoms again. And we're gonna start off again with the lungs and go into complete organ failure. And then I think it's not insomnia, but we're gonna go into the cysts. And we're going to continue off this branch and into the internal hemorrhage, which will then skyrocket into hemorrhoid. I cannot pronounce that, I apologize. But hemoshock is, I'm just gonna run it to that because that's the only thing I can think of at this point. What is that? Oh, whoa. Necrosis, large spots of infected tissue lose blood supply and become a fatal source of gangrene. Decomposed bodies remain the vector. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. So, that ramps up the lethality. When were we found out? There we go. Okay. Fair. Alright, so we've upped the mortality rate of that, so now we are just going to watch the onslaught. We're already at 1% for the cure, but okay. And now we have to, like, pop these bubbles. There are no healthy people left in the world. Okay, where was this message a while ago? Because you were supposed to be there. I read your bar, it was at 0. Why are you just now showing up? Why are you just now showing up? You should have showed up a while ago. But whatever. We are going to just kind of just sit here and watch as everything slowly train shuts down, lamp works. Yeah. Agnola starts work on cure. Angola, there you go. Angola starts to work on cure. Yeah. Sudan begins to break down. So, Central American anarchy. Central America is first of all an anarchy due to somatic plasma. No cure research can take place. Oh, okay, so we just like paused the cure. Right. Especially because, you know, well, the global research is not working on the cure. Yeah. Alright. We're at 18%. I'm gonna go ahead into our abilities real quick, and we're just gonna reshuffle some DNA real fast. Because they're all going to, you know, die anyways. They're all gonna die anyways, so honestly, it's just whatever at this point. Traumatic plasma to destroy humanity. Traumatic plasma has destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans know they are watching the end of history. Yep. So I didn't even get to pop that DNA bubble. That was just done. Alright, well, that was Plagueinc for the parasitic section. And then next week we will be focusing, let's see. Yeah, let me get back into the types of plagues real quick. Yeah, so from parasite and upward, we have done all of those. Next week, we will be working on the prion. And yeah, normally I would ask for names down in the comments to name this thing, but unfortunately, this is going to be pre-uploaded for next week because I will be out of town. So, not really too concerned about getting a name for this. You'll just, whatever name pops up on the name generator at this point, I will put that in, and that's what we're going to call the prion at that point. But in the meantime, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to like the video. If you guys want to see more of me and more of what I do, go check out my channel. I will have that at the end of this video. And if you guys want to see the beginning of this entire series because you're interested in the game, you're interested in how to play the game, or you just want to see more of this episode right here, I will have the playlist again right here, up here, for you guys to click on if you guys want to check it out because you decide you like this video. And aside from that, going on to streaming, like, normally, I will have something pre-planned for this coming week because I will be out of town, but then next week there will not be a stream of any sort. So this week I will have a premiere set up for you guys to watch and for me to watch because I'll be watching it with you guys, but I won't actually be there. But yeah, aside from that, that pretty much covers it. Again, if you guys like this, leave it a like, leave a comment, both of which help. It shows that you guys are watching, it shows that you guys are interacting, and it really helps me get, you know, it helps me help you guys figure out what you guys want, and it also helps to, you know, engage in everything else. So, like I said, that just about covers it. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will have that video up by next week. Bye!